She said she was being followed. She said she feared for her life. And within minutes, officers surrounded a man who wasn't doing anything wrong. This is the story of a 911 call that should never have been made, and a man who nearly lost everything because of it. Meet Daryl Thompson, 32 years old, a full-time Uber driver trying to save enough money to start his own detailing business. Daryl was calm, patient, and the kind of person who always said yes ma'am, even when he was tired. On the night everything went wrong, he was just doing what he always did, waiting for his next ride. At 9:16 p.m., a woman named Melissa walked past Daryl's car. She didn't know him, he didn't know her, but the moment their eyes met briefly, something shifted in her. She clutched her purse tighter, walked faster, and even though Daryl wasn't moving, she convinced herself he was watching her. At 9:21 p.m., she made the call that changed everything. This is the transcript. Dispatcher, what's your emergency? Melissa, there's a man following me. He's in a car. I don't feel safe. Dispatcher, is he threatening you? Melissa, not yet, but he keeps staring. The dispatcher asked for details, but fear is persuasive, even when it isn't based on anything real. And that's when things got worse. Daryl started his car to pick up his next rider. Innocent, routine, but to Melissa, hearing the engine turn over confirmed her worst fear. She told the dispatcher, he's coming after me. But Daryl wasn't following her. He was following his GPS. Officers arrived fast. They blocked off the entire street, boxed in Daryl's car, and shouted for him to step out with his hands up. Daryl froze. He had no idea what was happening. He'd survived encounters like this before. He knew one wrong move could turn confusion into tragedy. So he stayed still. He said, I'm an Uber driver. I'm just waiting for a ride. But fear made Melissa certain she was a victim. And fear made the officers certain Daryl was a threat. He kept asking, what did I do? What did I do? But no one answered. And in that moment, Daryl realized something. He wasn't being judged for what he did. He was being judged for who they thought he was. What none of them knew was that a security camera from a nearby porch captured the entire incident. And the footage told a very different story. Daryl wasn't following anyone. He wasn't even looking at her. He was scrolling for directions. When the evidence came in, the narrative collapsed. The call wasn't based on danger, just misinterpretation, and maybe prejudice. After 40 minutes of humiliation, the officers uncuffed Daryl and let him go. They didn't apologize. They didn't explain. They just said, you can leave now. The department released a statement days later, calling it a misunderstanding. Melissa never faced consequences, and Daryl, he stopped driving Uber at night. Because the danger wasn't the passengers. It was being misjudged by a single phone call. One call. One moment of fear. One man nearly thrown into a system that might not have let him walk away. How many 911 calls are made, not because someone is in danger, but because someone is uncomfortable? And how many more stories like Daryl's will never be caught on camera?